Cameron Buford, voice of the fans here. I got Mr. Shawne Lights Out Merriman with me. How you doing, big guy?
Good, man, good.
Shawn, I want to talk to you about a few things, man. Let's talk about your football career.
Yeah.
And then how this transitioned into boxing. And then we met at the AAF earlier in the season,
right.
Earlier this year, I should say. And then we kind of know what happened there. But I want to know kind of what your strategy is to prevent that from happening from your league.
You know,
So let's start with your NFL league, your NFL team. So I know you noticed you got a couple former NFL players to participate in this.
Yeah.
Were you always a fighter? Was that same aggressiveness strategy you took to the NFL playing the linebacker position? Do you use that in combat sports?
For me, man, actually, I grew up in PG County, Maryland, right? And we had a ton of boxers. It was boxers all around me.
Okay.
You know, in my family, around the neighborhood, like fighting was just a thing, right? It was just something you had to do it. You had to fight. But you know, growing up in that environment and growing up around boxers, I just naturally gravitated towards fighting in general and boxing. And you know, fast forward, I was drafted by the Chargers in 2005. Well, MMA was kind of just started catching heat around that time. And it was a lot of big MMA fighters that, you know, it was in the pocket of Southern California. So what I was doing between my 2005 and 2006 season, I would train with some of these guys.
Okay.
And you know, at first I was doing it to help my hand-eye coordination. Obviously, playing linebacker position, outside linebacker and defensive end, you wanted you want to be violent with the hands. You know what I mean? Because that's what that position was.
Keep you guys off.
Yeah, you know, keep the guys off. And I just naturally started to fall in love with the sport.
Sure.
So every off season I started to do it just to because I wanted to do it. So I would do my football workouts with the team, but then my downtime I would do MMA. Okay. And so, you know, kind of fast forward and retiring in 2012, 2013, I was doing TV, doing a broadcasting thing, but I was also training MMA too. And, you know, I knew at some point in time I was going to be in the sport. I didn't know how, whether it was going to be me fighting or now with Lights Out Extreme Fighting and having, you know, our own promotion. I just knew that I was going to be in the sport because it was something that I loved to do, passionate about. So, you know, to me, man, this is fun. You know, this is fun. It gets me out of the bed every morning at 6:30, and way too early, even though it's after 4th of July. But you know, when you doing something you love doing, man, it's easy to get up and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, I got you. Again, so Shawn, you were drafted 2005, retired 2013. Let's say. A lot of years has gone between you walking the streets of Prince George County and now you actually getting in the ring. There's a lot of moons has passed by.
Yeah.
How you feel? How's the recovery feel?
You know, it's different. I'm 35 now. I retired at 28. For me right now, it's just being able to train, right? And just sometimes I'll jump into a training camp for a week with the guys. Like I said, I just really love being around the sport. You know, mentally, physically, you know, it keeps me in tune with everything else that I want to do. I mean, you know, to do something of this magnitude, and then also, you know, being able to keep up with everything else I have going. I just think it starts with your body, being able to take care of your body and having discipline. If you have those things, man, you'll be able to accomplish a lot.
Okay. Again, folks, this is Cameron Buford, voice of the fans. We're sitting here with Shawne Lights Out Merriman. There's a big fight tomorrow night, Burbank, California, Burbank Marriott Convention Center. Come through and check it out. So, Shawn, talk to me about this fight card that you put together.
Yeah.
How are you selecting the fighters? And then what's to set you guys apart from, you know, there's another fight tomorrow night as well. Yeah. What's to set you apart from that fight going on?
You know, the thing with us, man, we're not trying to be like anyone else.
Okay.
You know, we're not, you know, we don't, the cool thing is about being an athlete my whole entire life, we always learn to perfect what you do. And be as good as you can at what you're doing, right? And then not worry about everything else. Everything else take care of itself. Okay. You know, we're sold out. Okay. And, you know, we great local fighters, great local energy in here. And, you know, people will see tomorrow that this place is going to go crazy. So for us, it's just, you know, having these great fights that, you know, the people are going to stay in tune with. You know, like even people just wait for the next fight. You know, waiting for the next one. I think we have like nine or 10 fights scheduled for tomorrow. So, and it'll be on Fox Sports West and Prime Ticket, and some other regions the following week. I think next Thursday and Friday. So, you know, for us, man, it's just a grind process that we're doing something that we love to do.
Okay. So you can keep him with that tune of following your passion.
Yeah.
That's very important, and that's something I'm doing here now. So to just reiterate the purposefulness and the gratitude and the joy you get from actually following your passion.
Yeah, man. You know, when you're following your passion, you'll never really work a day in your life, right? Like this is to put all this together. And I was in Vegas on Wednesday presenting at the World MMA Awards, and people like, oh, you got to go up there to work. I'm like, what work? I'm on stage, and I was calling out somebody's name who's going to win an International Fighter of the Year. It's like, that's not work. You know, people out here working 8, 10, 12-hour days, man, plus some.
Digging ditches, climbing roofs.
Yeah, all that stuff is work. Yeah. You know, with this, you know, growing lights out, you know, I have two great partners in Steve and George, man, that really allow me to go out and just kind of keep pushing forward, you know, keep moving the needle. And as long as, you know, we keep this same passion like we just talked about, man, we're going to do great things.
Okay. Now, it wasn't, when you put this together months ago, you weren't getting in the ring initially.
Right.
You had thought about it because obviously you do train, and if the right time presents itself. What was the mind switch? What switch of mindset? Now I'm getting in the ring.
Well, I haven't decided if I'm going to get in the ring or not. I mean, in the cage or not yet. But, you know, it's a possibility, man. I take one day at a time, right? We got a couple guys we're talking to. Obviously, you know, we'll do something that's great for the promotion that people are going to watch and see, because that's ultimately what you want, right? I mean, you want to put on a great show for the people who are buying tickets, right? You know, I played football my whole life, playing in the NFL, and the reason why the NFL is so big is because they can pack a stadium with 70,000 people. You know, people come out to see their favorite team, and they want to see their favorite team put on the show. And the same here, you know, people come out here to see a great fight, so you got to come out and put it on the show for the people. So that's, you know, me getting in the cage is definitely not off. You know, I trained this morning. Right. You know, did mid work and all that before I came here. Okay. For me, is you roll out of the bed and you go train, and then it's everything else.
That's part of it.
Right.
Yeah. Is there anybody specifically you like to get in the ring with?
You know, yeah, I've talked to a couple people. I've called out some people. But at the end of the day, you know, we got 3 that we're talking to right now actively. Okay. That would be a big splash in this industry. It'd be great for the promotion, and you know, we'll both put on a hell of a fight.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good. Let me ask you a couple questions about the NFL before I let you go. The NFL, there was some talk about the league going from 2 preseason games, 18 regular season games. Now, as a former competitor, what's your thoughts on that?
I like it. You know, I always felt like that should be the case. You know, guys, I don't know if you know, but guys making like $1,300 or $1,500 for the preseason game. Mm-hmm. You know,
the league is charging full price.
The league is full price. The concession stands don't change. Guys, the thing is with athletes, it doesn't matter if it's a preseason game or not. Like when I used to play, if you put me on the field and somebody has on an opposite color helmet, my mentality is the same. I'm not thinking in my head that it's preseason. I'm going to hit you the same. I'm going to prepare the same way. And, you know, I'm glad to just hit somebody else because we out of training camp. Right. You know, so.
Pushing on your team.
Yeah, you're fighting with your teammates for the last 3-4 weeks, and you're just happy to go against someone else. So our mentality doesn't change when it becomes preseason. You know, and look, if you're going to compensate guys for 2 more extra games, why wouldn't you? You know, why wouldn't a guy get, you know, 2 more game checks and have meaningful games where you know, you risk the fact of injury, you risk the fact of, you know, guys getting cut, released, or whatever the case is. I mean, you know, you got your roster set for guys to go out there and play football. So yeah, I'm all for it.
So a point against that, Shawn, you were a high draft pick, number 12, if I remember correctly. There's that 3rd or 4th and 5th round draft pick. Now, if we cut those practices out, they don't get that time to shine.
Well, you do, because the starters are not going to play as much, right? I mean, you know, even back in the preseason.
In true game situations, they'll get a chance to shine.
Well, you get a chance to shine there, but, you know, normally in the preseason, you have your starters, they don't play at least one of those games. I think the starters play like 5 or 6 plays, whatever, one series, right? And then it's the second and third, and, you know, third team. So, you know, what you do in a sense, the starters don't have to go out and play 30 snaps, 40 snaps. If you're a vet in the National Football League, you're there for a reason, and you've been on teams and you know how to prepare. And that's where the mindset has going to have to change. Guys going to have to learn how to prepare. Take mental reps. Get your reps in practice. Get your cardio in, making sure you win. You're not, you know, gassed out. Making sure your head is in the playbook and you're watching tons of film. You know, with those things, you can be ready for a game in a heartbeat. You don't need 30-something plays a game to go and do that. You know, you get you 2 series in, and then you get your practice time, and you get ready for game 1.
Okay. All right, that's an interesting point. Thanks for clarifying that, because I was thinking it's going to reduce the opportunity for that 5th and 6th round.
No, they'll have more opportunities to play because you're only giving your vets 1 or 2 series anyway.
That makes a lot of sense. Let's talk about your former Chargers.
Yeah.
They're pretty deep. They're pretty deep at a lot of positions across the board. What do you anticipate from them this season?
You know what, man? It's the expectations are so high. They need to go out and win the first game, right? Because this is going to happen. Yeah. You know, playing Andrew Luck and those guys, they got a squad. They had a few pieces. They got a hell of a inside linebacker who's you know, he's just a beast all the way around. He's one of my favorite players to watch too. So, you know, that being said, you just can't feed into what everybody else is saying. I'm in the media now, so I can talk. You know, I can talk a little bit. But for them, you know, they can't worry about anything outside their locker room. You know, and have to go out and win the first game. Because what happens is when you're that talented and people know what you bring to the table, they're coming in ready and hungry. Sure. You know, so you're not catching anybody by surprise. I think last year, the way they performed, especially like when they had their streak going, you know, they shocked a lot of big games against Pittsburgh and they beat KC, and then, you know, they shocked a lot of people, right, by having those wins like that. Right. They're not shocking anybody anymore because they know, you know, this season coming in, because the teams know what you can do.
How different, elaborate on that, please, how different that is to be the hunted versus the hunter, and how different that mindset is and the expectations. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, your mindset has to change, you know, coming in, right? You have to know that guy, that first play when you line up, that guy across from you know everything about you, and they trying to do something to you right away, right? They want to, you know, make an example out of you. They want to drive you off the ball. They want to beat you in this one-on-one coverage. They want to do whatever they can because they know that if they do that, they're going to get some notoriety. You know, we talk about clout chasing and stuff nowadays, right? You know, that's the way to get clout. That's clout. You know, you coming in game 1 ready, and you got, you know, a top player against you. You can go out and embarrass him, and you can get up on one of these sports channels on a highlight. You know, that's how they're going to get clout. That's your recognition.
I want to thank you once again. Let the people know, where do they find you, Shawn?
You can find me at Shawne Marriman on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff. You can also find the league at Lights Out XF. Check us out at lightsoutxf.com as well to get your tickets for the next show.
Thank you, Shawn. Cam Buford, Voice of the Fans. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
I'll be here tomorrow. Check out what you guys got going on.
Absolutely.
Thank you, big guy.
You got it.
Appreciate it.